Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Luke Beller. So now the NFL draft is over, so I wanted to come in and give my thoughts on the Packers, draft overall, sort of go through each of these picks and give my thoughts basically on this entire draft class for the Packers. But if you guys are new here, I put up Packers news almost every single day. So if you're into that kind of stuff like I am, because I'm a Packers fan, as you can, sort of tell, feel free to subscribe to the channel down below. So first off, taking a look at the first pick the Packers made, coming in, selecting cornerback from Georgia, Eric Stokes. I love this pick just because personally, I said coming in, I wanted the Packers to use this first round pick on a cornerback. I just think that was probably one of our biggest holes on this roster. We saw last year, obviously, Jair Alexander's beast, probably the best cornerback in the NFL. But outside of him, Kevin King definitely struggled a lot. Chandon Sullivan, struggled at times as well. And so I thought coming in, potentially adding a cornerback could be very beneficial to this team. And the Packers did that, coming in and adding Eric Stokes, 6'1", 185 pounds. Insanely fast, runs a 4.25 40, and he also is insanely explosive. And Gutekunst was basically saying in an interview after the draft that he was excited that Eric Stokes was still available at that number 29 pick for the Packers. And it was the first time Gutekunst hasn't traded up in the first round, so that was sort of an interesting thing to see. Obviously, being at pick number 29, a few of those top cornerbacks go around, number 10, around that area. So getting a guy like Eric Stokes, I think he's going to be a great fit on this Packers team, coming in, starting outside opposite Jair. Obviously, who knows how long it'll take for him to be able to come in and start, because rookies do take some time to develop. So we'll sort of have to wait and see how fast this guy does develop and if he will be able to, make a big impact in his first season. We'll have to see with that. So then with the second round pick, the Packers come in and address their offensive line need, especially, losing Corey Linsley, center, in this offseason. Not the prettiest side, but obviously he made tons of money. The Packers couldn't pay him that much money. So the Packers come in and draft center Josh Myers from Ohio State. He seems to be a very versatile guy. Gutekunst was talking how he is able to move to guard as well, and we've seen this sort of be a theme for the Packers. They've been drafting lots of versatile offensive linemen. Elton Jenkins, we saw, has the ability to basically move around the entire line, and we saw last year just how beneficial that was with having guys go down with injuries, having guys that could basically move around the entire offensive line. And this guy, Josh Myers, seemed to be a guy who can also, play guard, play center, and he should probably have a chance to start at center for the Packers in 2021. So I think that is a solid pick. I do think, cornerback, offensive lineman, definitely two massive needs for the Packers coming into this draft. And in the first two rounds, they come in and address both of those needs. Then we have third round. I think this probably is the most exciting pick for the Packers, probably because receivers are pretty exciting, when you draft them. And it's been a big topic over the past couple years for the Packers. People thought we maybe would draft a receiver last year to help Aaron Rodgers. We come and draft Jordan Love instead. But we do come in the third round. The Packers decide to draft wide receiver from Clemson, Amari Rodgers. I really love this pick for the Packers. I just think this guy is really going to fit well with this Matt LaFleur offense. So Amari Rodgers is 5'10", 212 pounds. More of a slot receiver, which the Packers definitely could use. We haven't really had a guy like that since Randall Cobb. And so to have him come in and fill that need, obviously great for the Packers. He's going to be able to add a lot of different things to this Packers team when it comes to, jet sweeps, screens. He is built more like a running back, and so he basically has the ability to take on contact, break tackles. And so in a Matt LaFleur offense that loves to do those little jet sweeps, motions, screens, all that kind of stuff, he should be a great guy to come in here on this Packers offense. Also, another thing about him, he can return kicks. And so the Packers have struggled on special teams in the past, and it seems that he could be the guy to come in here and really fill that hole. So he fills lots of needs for this Packers offense, and I'm honestly pumped as a Packers fan to have another receiver, a new receiver, obviously not having many guys signed after 2021. So the Packers come in and draft Amari Rodgers. Love the pick. Then coming into round number 4, the Packers decide to come in and draft offensive lineman once again. This was one of their needs. So they come in and draft Royce Newman, offensive lineman from Ole Miss. That is the second lineman taken in the first 4 rounds of this draft. So he's 6'5", 310 pounds. Another versatile offensive lineman. He started left guard in 2019 and right tackle in 2020. So the Packers get another guy who can basically do many different things, and that's one thing Gutekunst kept talking about at his press conference. They like guys who can do lots of different things just because, being able to come in when injuries happen, move guys around, it's definitely very beneficial. So coming in, I like that pick, 4th round offensive lineman. Royce Newman. So one other area the Packers sort of had a little hole was at the defensive tackle position alongside Kenny Clark. So the Packers come in and draft Tedrell Slayton, also known as TJ, defensive tackle from Florida. He's a huge guy, 6'5", 330 pounds, and he's really more of a run defender. And as Packers fans, you guys know we have struggled against the run at times in the past. So to be able to add a big body guy like this who could potentially come in the future and, sort of come in and stop the run, definitely crucial to stop the run. And then we have another pick in the 5th round, our second 5th round pick. We have cornerback Shamar Jean-Charles from Appalachian State, 5'10", 184 pounds. He is a little bit undersized, but Gutekunst was saying that he basically can make up for it because of how strong of an athlete he is. And as I said earlier, cornerback was one of the biggest needs. So the Packers come in, draft a second cornerback alongside Eric Stokes. And this guy, Shamar, is more of a nickel corner, so that's probably the role he could fill on this Packers team sometime in the future. And apparently he was one of the Packers scouts' favorite guys, and they were sort of surprised that he was able to fall back to them in the 5th round. So it seems that he could come in and, make a big impact on this team. Obviously now in the NFL, with it being such a, a passing league, having guys to come in and cover, very, very crucial. So the Packers in the first 5 rounds draft 2 of those guys, which honestly I think was a great decision for this Packers team. So coming into the 6th round, the Packers decided to take tackle from Wisconsin, Cole Van Lanen, 6'4", 305-pound tackle. He also apparently has the ability to move inside at guard, but with David Bakhtiari, having his injury and not really having too much depth at tackle, picking this guy makes lots of sense. The Packers picked 3 offensive linemen in this draft, so obviously coming in, bringing some depth for this offensive line. So the second 6th round pick, we have inside linebacker Isaiah McDuffie from Boston College. And right now in the Packers, we do have, 2 young guys in Chris Barnes and Kamal Martin. And I really think coming into this next year, they will take a huge step forward just because it was, their first year last year. So I expect them to really take a step forward after learning, all that they did in 2020. But the Packers do come in and add another inside linebacker to that group. And Gutekunst was saying in his interview that they were wanting to take an inside linebacker earlier in the draft, but it just didn't really fall to them. It just didn't really happen how they maybe had expected it to. But they do come into the 6th round and sort of address this. But obviously, 6th round guys, definitely going to take some more time to develop, and who knows sort of what we'll see from him in the future. So then to finish it off, the Packers come in, draft a running back, Kylan Hill from Mississippi State. 5'11", 210 pounds. Of course, in this offseason, the Packers came in and signed Aaron Jones to that massive contract. Lost Jamal Williams in free agency. But now we have Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, 2nd round pick from last year, and the Packers needed to add some more depth to this running back room. So picking this running back from Mississippi State, Kylan Hill. So overall, I really like this draft from the Packers. I really think they came in and filled lots of the holes they had. First off, coming in, filling that cornerback need in the 1st round. Also adding Shamar in the 5th round. 2 cornerbacks added to this room, which I think is, huge for the Packers and definitely is going to pay dividends in the next couple seasons in Green Bay, bolstering this defense. Then we have the Packers coming in drafting 3 offensive linemen, definitely crucial. 3 different guys who can sort of have the ability to move around, which is very important for Gutekunst and this Packers offense. So that's another huge upgrade. Lots of depth added for the Packers offensive line. And then we have coming in drafting the wide receiver Amari Rodgers, who seems like he's going to be a great fit in this Matt LaFleur offense. Having Devontae Adams, now Amari Rodgers, as well as Allen Lazard, MBS. I think this Packers offense is going to be scary coming into 2021. Hopefully, the Aaron Rodgers situation gets resolved. I sort of feel like it will. Who knows what will happen, but I do feel like that'll get resolved. Hopefully, I'm hoping, I'm crossing my fingers. So giving my grade for this draft, because I do think the Packers came in and really did fill all the really big needs that they had in this draft. I'm going to give the Packers an A for this draft, class, just because I really do think they came in and sort of did everything they needed to in this draft. But let me know your guys' draft grade for the Packers down in the comments below. But that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Thank you guys for watching. As always, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss, Packers content coming out in the future. And I'll see you guys on the next video.